just kind of walk through what's called what I call the mob flow, okay? And this is going to be perfect because one, you've never done it, and two, like you said, did you have a game last night?
Yeah.
So all right, perfect. So you're probably a little sore, a little banged up already. Yeah. Where are you sore at?
Just lower body.
Just general lower body soreness.
You said in the podcast, just little bangs and bruises.
Small things. So keep facing this way, right? I want you to put your feet what I call like sports stance, so just inside shoulders, okay? Mm-hmm. Your focus with this is we're going to keep big toes on the ground pretty much at all times, okay? So I want you to go to start into a good athletic squat, okay? I don't want a deep squat down here. I want a good athletic squat, and I'm just going to make a couple refinements as you go through this. Okay. So this first one's probably going to take like 3 minutes, and then we'll run it back just normal, okay? So don't be alarmed if you're gonna be like out of breath when we do this, okay? So drop down, normal athletic squat position. I want you to hold right here for 2 breaths, okay? First thing I want you to do is squeeze right here in your back. I wanna get your shoulders down and away from your ears. Squeeze here. And now push your knees out, like fight me. There you go, now your knees are out, okay? So now our glutes are firing, okay? 2 deep nasal inhales, okay? So we're gonna hold, keep fighting, keep pushing out. Don't let me push you. There you go, don't let me push you. Fight me, good. Now from here, plant the hands on the ground, and we're gonna walk into bear position, okay? So here, hands, elbows, shoulders stacked, knees stacked underneath our hips. So come out a little bit forward, because there we go. Again, you guys get tied up here. I want you to squeeze here and have a flat back. So you got to bring this up a little bit. Nope, this part. Feel how there's a gap right here? Yeah. Empty that gap here. Good, now hold. Now just be strong. Again, knees out. So it's the same position as our squat. We're just here. Don't let me push you. Okay, good. That's strong. Now from here, push back into a down dog as far as you can. If you don't let your feet move, okay? Kind of 2 breaths here, deep nasal into the belly. Make an audible like push out. There you go, get something. And then back to our bear. 1, walk out. Give me 1 push up. And now bring left leg up by your left hand. Okay, good. So now we're in this position. I want to keep your hamstring straight, okay? Push against me. Fight me. Good. Now we're here. Push me out here. Good. This is our position. Use your there we go. Use that. Bend this arm for me. Now I want you to try and touch this to the ground. There we go. Push. Fight me here. This is tight. Your left groin's on fire right now, right? Good. Now 3 big rotations up. And let your eyes follow your hand, okay? From your belly. There we go. Now come back. Drive your elbow to the ground. Keep this up, keep this up. That has to be tense. Keep it up, keep it up. Now rotate again. 3, run it back. 1 more. Keep this going, keep that tight.
What does movement on his left foot tell you?
The movement on the left foot, just general tightness, usually groin tightness, because it's gonna pull this up. It's gonna pull the heel up more than anything. And now shoot this leg back. Opposite side, right leg up. Again, we're hitting this here. And again, so you can look at one thing already with this position is substitution of movement. Foot comes out. Get this thing pointed straight, right? And he goes, immediately, this is dicey for him. So we know that this groin is hella tight.
It really is.
So push this out here, bend this. And even if you have to sit here for like a few and just take a couple breaths because it's gonna loosen up this groin, do it. But the other way is push me, fight me. Even if it's just an isometric push here, we're gonna get action here globally. Now rotate up. Again, follow it with your hands. Rotate from your belly. Access that far range of motion. Bring it back, you're good. And keep fighting me here. Keep fighting me here. Don't let me push you. There you go, stay strong. Now push me here. And what you're gonna see, it's already getting lower. Open up, keep this strong. Yep, bring it back. I bet this time he can probably get to the ground. Drive, drive, drive. He's at the ground. So again, it's just accessing through tension. Plant the hand, shoot the leg back. Now go into 1 deep down dog. So we're here, push all the way back on our, there we go. And just, you can sit here, hold, walk out your feet a little bit, hit the calves, just kind of spend a second, get what you need to out of this position. Come back to plank. Go back to bear. Come back to our deep squat. And you can hold here, hands above your head. There you go, work on that balance. Come on, biceps to ears, get them up, get them up, get them up. Now stand up. All right, that's the mob flow. Now, you're probably out of breath and you're like, shit, that was super long. You're gonna do it again, but it's gonna be much quicker, right? There's not gonna be the adjustments or whatever. So I'm just gonna go push the knee out, whatever, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and like overly do it, okay?
Yeah.
But already right now, like if you just do this, how's your groin, everything feel?
That was a really good stretch.
Yeah, exactly. So,
fantastic.
but again, that hit every body movement. Why do I need a static stretch?
Right.
Do that twice, do that 3 times, right? Hit everything, don't hit one thing. So, huh? Do it every day. Do it 3 times a day, right? You just got off a 3-hour flight, go do it. Before you go lay in bed in a hotel room, do it, you know? So this time, we're gonna speed it up, okay? Drop down, deep squat, push your knees out. Knees out. Good, hold. Again, long. Ideally I want you more here, okay? Athletic, don't have a weird arch. This needs to be straight. I said I wasn't gonna do corrections, but I lied. Okay, drop down in the bear. Good, hold, be strong, don't let me push you. Good, that's strong. Good, push back, down dog. Come on, you can get further back than that. I'll leave your hands, there you go. And with your hands, you grip the ground, there you go. Even with your toes, go back to bear. Walk out the plank. 1 push-up. Left leg up by left hand. 3 rotations. You can try and get this foot up here a little bit more. There you go. 3 rotations from here. Again, open up as wide as you can. Hands follow, or eyes follow the hand. Push this out. Keep this fired up. There we go. Again, lengthen. There we go. 1 more. Oh, get your elbow to the ground. Get your elbow to the ground. There you go. Good. Plant. Switch. Left leg back, right leg up. Keep breathing through your nose. We're not mouth breathers, we're nose breathers. Right elbow to the ground.
And ideally, you want every athlete you work with to be able to do this perfectly?
Yeah.
No matter their lever length, no matter their wherever they're
Correct. Yeah. Good. Keep rotating from the belly. We're rotating from our belly button over. Good. Here. There you go. That's better. You can get there. You just gotta want it. There you go. Plant the hand. Shoot the right leg back. 1 big down dog. From here, just walk out the calves. Take a couple deep nasal breaths. Again, as we go through this, we want shoulders, ribs, hips stacked throughout this whole position for the most part. Go back to plank. Walk your hands back to bear. Hold 1, 2. Sweet, walk back to our deep squat position. This one's typically always gonna be a little bit lower just because you're walking back into it. But even see with him, like his natural state, his groin's so tight, he's pulling here, right? He's losing tensegrity. We're gonna change it up. He's losing tensegrity because his inability to have this rotate down, that tibial external rotation or internal rotation, this to externally rotate. He's almost opposite tensegrity. Hands above your head, and now stand up. So again, like just working as, you're gonna get this with a lot of basketball athletes, being able to fix this, having him move in a tensegrity pattern, right? Back to the mob flow though, how do you feel?
Good.
Like you should be able to like move like, almost like jog, sprint right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely could.
Yeah, facts.
I was pretty sore this morning. So.
Yeah. So again, like it's about those movements. Like it's an immediate activation. You can use it for recovery. Anything that you can use for activation, you can use for recovery, right? Like you should be able to just hit them on the inverse and maybe use less weight or something like that. But you can go through it all.
You mentioned compression a lot is what a lot of athletes see in the weight room. Can we talk about kind of that opposite end of the spectrum?
Do it. Let me grab a. You
Stick?
got a
right here.
pad?
Oh, a pad? Yeah, I got a pad.
Let me get a pad real quick. So I just stole this from my boy Andre Matson. You guys know him? He's one of the smartest dudes I've ever met, easily. again, back to your groin, okay? We're gonna elongate the opposite side, but then also hit the inside, okay? So I want you to be in a half kneeling stance like this. And we need way more weight. And then bring this leg up here as much as you can. Okay, good. So what I really want you to do, and you might have to rotate a little bit, is we're here, let that pull you up, okay? So let this pull you up over your head. Stretch this, let this go, but be strong base, okay? And you should just feel this a lot, right? If you don't, you're about to.
Yeah, I feel it.
Okay, so now here, I want you to row back, okay? So we're going into a deep position here, but then a row here, okay? So this is gonna be our movement pattern. And you can see how tight he is just through this with the automatic shift of this being in. He lacks that femoral internal rotation, right? So
Yeah.
just do like a set of 3 on each side real quick, but like push back here. There we go, let this thing come up over here. There we go, let that whole line, good. And now pull here, push me here, okay? And then do one more real quick, then we'll switch. Okay, switch sides. Keep pushing me here, there you go, stay strong here. Good, up over, let this pull, and you can even go into like a deep, like try and get your knee over your toe as you go through that, and then come back and row, and then push again a little bit harder. Come on, you got more ankle mobility than that, right? And even so, like when I do this, I feel that tib amp fire.
Yeah.
So again, like let that relax right here. I want to see this tissue, good. And then row, do one more, relax.
That's where that OCD's at.
Yeah, and one more, cool. So now we're here. Let go of that, let's bring it up here. And now we'll go over to the turf. So you're probably really bad at 90-90s then, right?
Yeah.
Cool, let's do them. Okay, so again, a functional movement, right? You can just see his automatic pattern is coming here, right?
Yeah.
So, like if you were,
Every day too.
yeah. So what I would do just to like start is just hammer isometrics, right? Push that knee down as hard as you can. Sit here,
So like
deep
pushing
nasal,
into the ground?
pushing it as hard as you can into the ground, okay?
This one.
Yep,
Okay.
back knee. I want to see you drive that into the ground as hard as you can for like 4 seconds, okay? I doubt you'll be able to do this. I hope you can prove me wrong, but we're gonna go like a 4-second push, and then we're gonna come up into a deep lunge here, and then run it back, okay? This Mike's digging.
This one up to the.
Yep.
Okay.
So push like 1, 2, don't let me move you, 3, 4. Now bring it up and over. Good, here, and so we have 2 variations. One, either our mob flow variation of just trying to touch this hand down, or we can plant this hand and also open up with, no, plant this hand. Yep, and just open up as wide as you can here, okay? And then from that position, shoot this leg back, your knee is back to this foot, and we're in our 90-90 position. So that's a good way, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're moving it here. Let's open up and come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, you're just flowing at this point. Good. And again, like you kind of give the athlete like freedom to explore what they need. Right. You know, it might be the right arm needs to move, it might be the left arm as he's going through this, whatever it might be. But I will say when you're here, 1, big toe stays down, hit me with your knee. There. Now try and open up a little bit, okay? Let's hammer that, a little bit of that ranges of motion as well, okay?
That feels good.
And then shoot it back.
So 4?
Cool. I mean, if that's 3, just switch to the other side. That'll be all right.
So he's pushing down, he's pushing down.
Push, 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 and then wrap it up and go. So now we're just starting to activate it like from the isometric into a functional movement, just about. Like I said, like this is where I think the model of athletic training should go, like come in, do the quick mod flow. Let's address a couple things on the table, soft tissue, like let's loosen up that spastic right groin, because obviously he's got the past injury of it. All right, now let's get him on the ground. Let's start building up from there. Right. And then, you know, doing a variety of end range stuff. I actually did this with one of my guys today, a Copenhagen plank with his foot on the ground, and then I put his foot like way up on the counter pretty much. I just hold up here, right? Let's hit those end range of motions. And then after that, 90-90s. Cool, like that way we're working full motions and we're training through each one. Is that 3? Yeah. Cool, stand up real quick. And then just from now, just kind of just sit here and go 1, 2, 3, right? Like just kind of see how that groin feels, and just your hips, right? Crazy, yeah. Like it's gonna be super open and being able to restore all this motion, right? Does. So just go back and forth a couple times and just kind of see where you're feeling and where you're at with it. So yeah, that's just a couple different things you can just add into, you know, your daily, like that should be like one of your daily warm-ups, right?
I think that mod flow's getting put in for sure.
Yeah, so, but I mean, for you can use it to address your groin stuff like every day, and you know, kind of mix it in with everything that you do, get it strong as shit. You know, that's where I think a lot of athletic trainers mix. They're more reserved with it. They're like, oh, like we should stay away from loading it. When I think conversely, like as soon as you're able to tolerate gravity load, your next step is let's start loading it. And whether it's manual pressure or, you know, we got to get you in some kind of dragging motion, that's perfectly fine. But like you got to start loading that thing and getting that groin strong as hell. I mean, Copenhagen's like the number one thing. I really like having a guy like front rack a goblet squat. But even if you're holding here, drop, drag this leg, drop, drag, right? And then we're gonna hit both sides with that. Again, anterior oblique system, where we're hitting both, getting as low as we can, relaxing this, and then driving up. Okay, so lengthening in here. Okay, so that's one good way. You can work on some hip disassociation stuff. So we're gonna put this on like a backpack, okay? We're gonna be here. One thing that you should probably do, again, normal athletic stance, is I wanna see you be able to get here, okay? To where I'm loading this hip, but I'm getting internal rotation here, and then opposite, okay? What you'll see probably with him is when he gets here, there'll be an adjustment, like this leg will probably move, and then this one will rotate with it. He won't be able to access full motion to get here, okay? Throw that on, just like arms up, good. And I just wanna see you move upper body from side to side as much as you can. And you'll see everything good. So I want you to load into that hip, good. And you can kind of see with him how everything just naturally shifts. Like this should stay, like rotate to the right.
Oh, I see.
Feel the difference on that?
Yeah.
But like I want this to be able to move a little bit, because you have to access the rotation to a component.
He was just so locked up.
Yeah. I mean, just post game, tight, everything, you know, like.
End of the season.
Yeah. But again, being able to load this hip here, turn, load, and let this guy come in here without moving this piece. Good. And you can switch sides. There's a variety of different things, you know, all the hip disassociation stuff to just get everything moving, but there, so you saw it with that left leg, right? As soon as he rotated, the whole leg went with it. Like that was his natural tendency, and then he caught it on the second one. Yeah. Could you feel that?
Yeah.
Like your first one was just.
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah. Good. And you have it come in a little bit, that's fine. Again, it's just working through available ranges of motion and just being able to keep here and here. Yeah, this is actually exactly what, like I was with Andre last night. We were working out and we were going through a bunch of this stuff. This is exactly what we did. And he was talking to me about he had a player with FAI. And I was asking him, it worked out perfectly, like what all stuff did you do? Yeah. And it's exactly stuff like this. You know, It's just going back to that corrective exercise continuum and just hammering away at stuff like that. So I think activation is God's gift to us, and strength training and athletic training, PTs, I think it's exactly where we need to be. But again, lengthen, movement, activate, and then add something to go with it. So, and then from here, like, he's ready to lift. Like, he should be ready to like lift heavy. And I got that from, his name's Pal Bernhardt. He's the director of rehab for the Wizards. But when I was with him at the Hornets, like, he introduced me to that. And, you know, you're just able to take it, move, and, you know, modify, adjust whatever you need. And, like, again, like, that's been the base of everything for getting my guys moving.